What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rebel here, and for today's episode, we got the Dragunov sniper rifle, or as I like to call it, the Why Do You Hate Us Infinity Ward. Why?
On your feet, soldier! We are leaving!
So how we all doing? Hope we're all having a wonderful day today. So for today's episode, getting into the sniper rifles, finally, the last class I need for Damascus, and the first one I'm wiping out of the way is the Dragunov. Because I don't like it. Now, if you go on Google, you're not really going to find many guides about it, anything really breaking it down. What you're going to find are people saying, use the plague sword, and then just a montage of them being a quickscope master. So you're not going to find that here. I am not a quickscoper, and I'm decent with snipers, but I use them more so how they're attended. When I end up getting like a quickscope or something, it's like, oh damn, what did I just do? Huh? So the Dragunov in its base form is not a bolt action sniper like the other two in the sniper rifle class. It is semi-automatic. It does have a little bit of a delay between the two shots, so it's not as fast as the EBR. I mean, you can get good follow-up shots with it, and if you're really good at quick scoping, then the quick succession of rounds that you can let out makes it great for feeds and stuff like that. But if you're not a professional quick scoper or even a quick scope enthusiast, you're probably not going to be liking this thing too much, especially at its base. The base scope just wasn't working with me. It didn't feel like it was helping me get any shots. The standard range of this weapon is pretty pitiful. Now, I haven't seen any tests about it, so I don't know the exact range that the Dragunov's one-shot kill is for above the waist, but I feel like once you get past a certain distance, you're only getting the head and then this area, basically. It doesn't feel like you get shoulders or arms or stomach or abdomen. Doesn't feel like you get any multipliers for that range, so a lot of two shots at range unless you're getting headshots. Besides that, it doesn't have too miserable of an ADS speed, so I guess the main things we want to focus on are getting the range better and finding a better scope to work with this gun. Now, there was a bug when they added the 10 classes to where the last class had a Dragunov class with no scope and had a ridiculously huge zoom in, just hilarious to me, not practical at all. But if you have that still, you can use no scope if you really want to. This is the class that I took into Ground War because it was the only way I could really feel like I was making it work. So first and foremost, the first thing you're going to want to put on any of your Dragunov classes is the stock for ADS speed. Another thing I would highly recommend throwing on there is the tac laser for ADS speed. You get those two things and you help your ADS speed a little bit, and it's a little less clunky of a sniper. But we're here for the range, so the two attachments we're going to be putting onto this thing are the longer barrel, because that's going to give us some range, and that is incredibly helpful, as well as the monolithic suppressor. Once you get those four attachments on there, the scope is up to you. You can use the base scope and use something else like fully loaded or recon. You can use bigger mags if you liked. But knowing I was taking this into Ground War, I felt really comfortable with the variable zoom scope. Now, I don't know if this is just a placebo effect with the variable zoom scope, but I was hitting my targets a lot easier. It felt like aim assist was kicking in a little better and giving me kills that I was like, oh damn, I wasn't expecting to get that. I thought I was going to keep missing like I always do. But no, the scope kind of helped. The scope actually kind of helped. It's kind of strange, but it does make sense, because after I was playing in Ground War, I tried to make this thing ADS friendly by changing the scope to the 3x or the 3.5x zoom, as well as putting on the shorter barrel, taking off the monolithic suppressor, and putting on focus so you don't flinch. That was not a good idea, and that was not a good class, and I was not having fun with that. But I'm not a quick scoper. I guess I should have just been using the variable zoom scope still. Even though with that scope your ADS speed is a lot slower, there's just something about having that variable zoom scope that it feels better. It feels better, and it makes this gun somewhat slightly more bearable than it actually is. I would like to say I'd have another class for this thing, but that's all I can really say for this, honestly. As far as all the camo challenges, it was getting 450 kills that took me the longest. I think it's because I used the double XP weapon token while it was double weapon XP weekend, which gave me quadruple XP. So I had like 250 kills to get with that thing once I got it all the way leveled up, which is ridiculous. Besides that, maybe mounted took me a while, but if you're running Ground War with the deployable shield, then you mount on that. It's not really too hard. Long shots are easy. Double kills are actually probably easier with this than they might be with the other two rifles. The other two snipers. That might be the only thing that this one has going for it. Yeah, if you can quickscope, you can exploit the hell out of this thing, and it's going to be really, really, really good. But yeah, you either want the long barrel, the short barrel. If you go with, I'd say the monolithic suppressor is always a good choice. Variable zoom scope rocks, but you can use the dual thermal optic as well. I found that one to be pretty good. You want to be able to zoom in, I feel like, just so you're not trying to count for the bullet drop in the short range. If you're not running a long barrel and the monolithic suppressor, you're going to have to account for some of that bullet velocity that you're missing out on. Besides that, this gun is not terrible. I mean, it seems terrible. It really does seem terrible. It really feels terrible. I really was not enjoying using this very much at all. But it's statistically not bad. However, when I let off one shot and get hit markers and I'm trying to get a follow-up shot, it seems to be that even if it's really, 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 really long distance where I'm just a tiny silhouette in their red dot sight on their Grau 5.56, I'm dead. I'm getting melted. There's nothing I could do about it. If I'm up close, GG's, I'm dead. There's nothing I could do about it. At medium range, if I'm lucky, it all comes down to if you're behind them. If you're looking at their backs, you're gonna you're gonna get some kills. If you're looking at their front, someone's bound to have an M4. Hell, I got beat by the SA-87 a couple times in Ground War using this thing. Explain that one to me. I thought that was the worst gun in the game. They buffed it. So now I don't know, Uzi, SA-87, or the Dragunov. Let me know down below which one is the worst gun in the game. Which one did you dread using the most for Damascus? Or was it just the launchers and the shield? Which, yeah, probably. And that's gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Hit that sub button, smash that like button, gently tap that notification bell. What did I say? All that other wonderful good stuff. 2 more to go, people. 2 more. And you're not going to want to miss out on what I plan on doing to unlock Damascus. That's going to be something. And until next time, peace.